either way.
Well, that's what we want.
I don't want that.
We want that. Thank you. Good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the City Council for Thursday, July 9th, 2026. I'm Michael Higgins, Ward 6 City Councilor and Council President. All councilors are present with the exception of Councilor Ann Manning Martin and Councilor Jacqueline Corbo. Public participation to this meeting is provided in person and remotely via Zoom in accordance with Massachusetts general law. The Zoom link can be found on the city website. This meeting is also being televised and recorded by Peabody TV and by the City Council stenographer. Please join us for a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Move approval of the special meeting minutes from June 23rd and regular meetings minutes from June 25th. So move.
You heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? It's a vote. At this time, I would like to move to section 7B.
Mr. President, under suspension of rules, move to receive item 7B.
You heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? Vote. I'd like to go to move to that section and introduce Mayor Betancourt. Take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, councilors. Great to be with you. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to be brief. I think all of you know the two candidates I'm bringing forward for positions on a couple of our boards. Both people I'm bringing forward today, Marie Bishop and Ellen Teitelbaum, are well-known city volunteers that have been a part of numerous city events and programs over the years, from summer concerts, holiday concerts, council on aging work, conservation work, No Child Goes Hungry. These two are really ideal people that really care for the city and have demonstrated that time and time again and have contributed in many ways to the city. I wanted to bring forward Marie Bishop to a position on the Council on Aging. She's already been very active on the Council on Aging for a number of years, and it should be a great addition to the board. As you know, they do important work over on the Council on Aging. We have a terrific group, some amazing people, volunteers, and the board works on policy and works on entertainment and things of that nature. And I think Marie Bishop would be an excellent candidate for that position. Also, Alan Teitelbaum would be bringing forward to a position on the Cemetery Commission. Alan has a background in some of this work, but he's just a tremendous volunteer, somebody who's helped out in numerous ways. A lot going on with the cemetery. We are working near completion on the expansion K. And I'll be bringing back a report on that here shortly and looking at further expansion opportunities. And I did want to take a moment to thank Dave Cronin, who's helped us out the last few months. He's did a terrific job, and I think Alan will be a great addition to that board as well. Happy to answer any question. Both Marie and Alan are here. They're happy to say a few words, but they're both ready, willing, and as always, to help the city. And I'm very happy to bring them both forward.
Any questions? Any comments? Anybody like me?
Mr.
Council.
Make the motion to approve the appointments of Alan Teitelbaum, Cemetery Commission, for a 2-year term with an expiration date of December 31st, 2027, and Marie Bishop, Council of Aging, for a 2-year term with an expiration date of December 31st, 2027. So moved.
You heard the motion. It's a roll call vote.
Councilor Daigle.
Yes.
Demott.
Yes.
Beckman.
Yes.
Kirko.
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Rossignol.
Yes.
Loudon.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
Thank you, council.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right. Moving on to hearings. Moving on to item 4A. Zoning amendments. The city. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ben.
Oh, the north. No, sorry. This one. Okay. May the petitioner come to the podium and state the name and address for the record. Please give the council a brief description. This amendment. Good, okay. Eric Sullivan.
Hold the mic closer.
Good evening, Kurt Bellavance, Director of Planning and Community Development for the City of Peabody. I'm here, on behalf of, the city at our office, working on the, ordinance to amend that to include what's called ADU, accessory dwelling unit. We've been working on this for quite some time now. There was the, public hearing a few weeks back, that was unable to attend. I guess there were some questions that were brought up in regard to the ordinance. We've addressed those changes, and I include that within your materials and a memo that I had sent last week.
And the special motion to receive AC, so moved.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote?
The changes that I made, I believe they were underlined. It addressed the issues that were brought up. I can go over those, hopefully.
Thank you.
I have them highlighted, it's easier for you to see. So one of the questions that was raised was regards to water bills and having them attached to the main well purposes of potential municipal liens. So we addressed that under 6.18.3 regulations, where we added a subsection of 1C, which is water and sewer utility accounts shall be assigned to the principal dwelling and not the ADU. That's allowable by code of Massachusetts regulations that they put into place in regards to that, so that should be acceptable. The next two items were brought up by the fire department in referencing two areas. Creation of ADU within a two-family that results in a independent dwelling unit shall constitute change in occupancy, shall require compliance with all provisions of Massachusetts State Building Code applicable to R2 occupancies containing three dwelling units. So that is addressed two under section 618.3(2) protected uses. Under dimensional standards, where it's where it says ADUs constructed in two-family dwelling shall comply with 780 CMR 3, leaves it off of the classifications. Basically, under our zoning and under building code, one single family and a two-family similar in regards to construction. Once you go to a third unit, it becomes considered multifamily. So there's another level of protection. And all ADUs will have to come with one building department anyway, with a building permit. So they'll review that and make sure they're in compliance with the state. That covers that covers those two sections of the fire. Third one was health, which had comments about having the ADUs comply with the state sanitary code. So that's also under that section 6.18.3 regulations under 1 general provisions for all ADUs. Where it's listed at the 8th Roman numeral 30. I'm not sure if it's old. ADU shall comply with 105 CMR 4410, the sanitary code. So that covers that. Then the other item that they brought up was ADU shall comply with any rented ADU shall comply with chapter 14, section 4 of the city ordinance. So we also added that in as well under the next one, rental ADUs. It's the first item. ADUs that are being rented shall comply with chapter 14, section 4 of the city ordinance, inspection specification of rental units. So that covered the 4 items, 5 items, 1 from the treasurer's, 2 from the fire, and 2 from the health department. So those were easily incorporated into this language. We didn't really change anything else. I got to that substantially. Aside from changes, so happy to answer any questions.
Council Peach.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Bellavance, for putting this in there and underlining the changes from what was advertised. The council remembers the discussion we had 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. these incorporate all the departmental responses that we received in the initial hearing. And when the time comes, just a question for the clerk, with the motion, does this need to be read? Because it would be to adopt as read or adopt as amended.
It's going to be adopt as amended.
Okay. But read, not, or just the amendment.
If you would like to read it.
I would prefer not to. Procedurally.
We all would.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Council President,
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be brief. Kurt, why did we have to do this?
Oh,
It's a requirement, the state,
It's a law.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the state in their infinite wisdom decides that our zoning doesn't mean anything. And there is basically, there's no such thing as R1 any longer. So we have to jump through 900 hoops to come up with language that is at least palatable for our city, so that we aren't going against the state law, which basically means you can put an accessory dwelling unit, that's what an ADU is an accessory dwelling unit on any property as long as you get proper permitting. Am I correct?
correct?
And how many hours did you spend on this?
A lot.
Exactly. And so did the fire department, and so did the police department, and so did the health department, and so have we. This, and I've said it once, if I've said it 100 times, is just an absolute overreach by our state, and it makes no sense, but we're trying to make the best of it. Thank you, Mr. President.
any other comments? Seeing none? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this? Anyone in the audience would like to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in favor? No.
Nope.
Is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in opposition? No. Receive, accept a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Hearing the motion, all in favor, any opposed to vote?
Mr. President, I make a motion to adopt the ADU ordinance language as presented in the memo from Kurt Belvin on July 1st, 2026, and adopt as amended. So moved.
You heard the motion, it's a roll call vote.
Counselor Daigle.
yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Yes.
Kirko.
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Laddow.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kurt.
All right, moving on to item 4B. Entertainment license. The Red TV. May the petitioner please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, and please give the council a brief description of what you would like to do.
You're gonna read the notice.
Oh, I skipped this one, sorry. If the city clerk wouldn't mind reading those.
Note hereby given that the city council of the city of Peabody will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, July 9th, 2026 at 7:30 PM in the Frank L. Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass, and remotely via Zoom on the application from Red T LLC, DBA Red T, 126 Newbury Street, Peabody, Mass, requesting an entertainment license for the use of non-live entertainment, specifically televisions and jukebox, at said 126 Newbury Street, Peabody, Mass. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-md.gov. Under city calendar on the homepage to contact the city clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Councilor Michael T. Higgins, City Council President.
Thank you. And if you could just state your name and address for the record and give us a description of what you said.
My name is Attorney Russell Chen, 400 Hancock Street in Quincy, Massachusetts. Here on behalf of the Red TE LLC, joined in the back of the room by the manager of the entity. We're here for a new application for a 6-day entertainment license. Red TE is the new owner of the formerly known as Green Tea Restaurant on Route 1 of the South Side. So you're all familiar with that location. We're not changing very much in there. It's a total of 12 monitors, 5 of them are for regular use, 7 of them are for Kino. There will be no live entertainment, no jukebox. anticipated at all.
Great. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this project? Seeing none. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this project? Seeing none. Is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in favor? Is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Council Gamache.
Yes, thank you. I'm looking for my microphone.
There you go.
We, this is just a simple transfer of what existed previously and what you plan on moving forward with this the same.
The change of ownership of the restaurant asset.
You just mentioned, and maybe I misinterpreted what you said, that there would be no jukebox, or there will be a jukebox.
Oh, I'm sorry, there is TVs in the jukebox, no
Okay.
live entertainment.
Okay, because I thought you had said there wouldn't be a jukebox, but that's, okay. I just wanted to correct you for the record. This is a basic transfer. I have no other questions, and if there are none from the council, I'd move to close the public hearing.
Any other councils have any comments? All right.
Thank you for the correction.
Okay,
Council Gamache.
if I may,
Close the public hearing.
close the public hearing.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote, Council Gamache.
At this time, I move approval on the application from Red T Ye LLC, doing business as Red T, 126 Newbury Street, Peabody, Mass. Requesting an entertainment license for the use of non-live entertainment, specifically televisions and jukebox at said 126 Newbury Street, Peabody, Mass. So approved, so moved.
You heard the motion, it's a roll call vote?
Councilors Daigle.
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
Yes.
Turco.
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Fladoff.
Yes.
Teach.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Motion carried 9-0.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, moving on to item 4C. Special permit for the Andrews Family Doctors. City Clerk, wouldn't mind reading the notice.
Notice is hereby given that the city council of the city of Peabody, acting as the special permit granting authority, will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, July 9th, 2026 at 7:30 PM in the Frank L. Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass, and remotely via Zoom on the application from Danvers Family Doctors, 16 Bourbon Street, Unit C, Peabody, Mass, for a special permit to allow the use of the property for a family practice medical office in the R4 zoning district at 16 Bourbon Street, Unit C, Peabody, Mass, is filed in accordance with sections 4.2.5, 6.1, and 15.7 of the Peabody zoning ordinance. For remote participation using Zoom platform, please visit www.peabody-ma.gov under city calendar on the homepage, or contact the city clerk's office. Peabody City Council, Councilor Michael T. Higgins, City Council President.
Thank you. May the petitioner please state your name and address for the record and give council a brief description of what you're looking to do.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Subrata Bhattacharya. I am the physician who owns and operates Danvers Family Doctors, which is located right now at 1 Roosevelt Avenue in West Peabody. We are a legacy practice. We've been there for 25 years. What started as a family practice from the Beverly Hospital residency changed to this because the physician who started this with me, Fred Ramelli, was on flight 175 that went to the World Trade Center a month before we opened. We opened on the 1st of October, but Fred Ramelli was on that flight on the 11th of September. I have carried this practice for 25 years as a legacy remembrance to him. And I do not wish to sell down to a corporate body which will not respect or carry that legacy forward. Right now, I share office with an old dear friend, Alan Chowie, who's known to many of you in the city of Peabody. But we have grown and we need a little bigger space, and I also need some permanence so that in about 10 years' time, when I can hold it over to my nurse practitioner who would run it in the same way, I'd like to leave her with a little bit more of a confidence in knowing that you don't have to worry about rents and leaves. And of course, that by chance would happen. Joe Provenzano, who's a good friend, wants to retire. He has this unit in 16 Bourbon Street. It's about 500 square feet bigger than what we have, so we're asking for a special permit to move an existing family practice office from West Peabody into this unit, which used to be a mile and a half down the street. I've spoken to Dave about this. He's had a chance to see some of the plans, and our architect, my firm, who has worked with me for 25 years and has actually designed my attic conversion also, is here to answer any questions if you have.
I have some prawns here, if you're ready to take a look at the list. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough.
Move to receive.
And the motion, all in favor, any opposed? Yep. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in favor of this project? Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in favor? Is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in opposition? Seeing none. Councilor Dimash.
Yes, thank you, and welcome. We've had, conversations concerning this issue, and it's a, and you're just trying to honor the memory of what was your partner. And I don't think there's gonna be any, problems with Bourbon Street as far as traffic is concerned or anything like this. I see a couple of neighbors, I think you've spoken to them, and, basically appeased their questions that they had. You're gonna remain at One Roosevelt. Are you gonna,
Welcome to the transfer, yes.
Yes.
We are very happy with One Roosevelt. It's not that they're leaving under duress.
Yeah.
This is kind of planning the long range. We found West Peabody to be an excellent place in the support of the community. In fact, you may have been in the conversation. We didn't know we had to file for a business license to do that.
Yeah.
So, and then the council is kind enough to say, okay, this was an oversight. You guys have not done a license for 2 years. We understand what it is. And it's that kind of a community we are looking for, which is why even though we are Danvers Family Doctors, because we started at the old Beverly Hospital in the Hunt Center in Danvers. That's why we've kept the name. I think a legacy needs to have a permanence. We could change our name to Peabody Doctors, but it doesn't make a sense to start with one thing and keep changing. So this is the reason why I have wanted to keep this moving and to find us other programs. And honest to goodness, we like the work atmosphere in West Peabody. So there's opportunity to move to 16 Bourbon, we think is going to be very good.
okay, I have no questions I think this is fairly
Any
cut
other-
and dry.
No other comments? I would just make one comment that, I'm gonna be sad to see you leave my ward and go to Dave's ward, but, I'm so glad you stayed.
Come back.
You stay. Please do. Happy to see you staying in Peabody.
And in fairness to Dr. Charlie, I see him quite frequently. He's sad to see you leave. Yeah.
We've been colleagues for 27 years.
Yeah.
And we have watched this transition where medicine is. He is, if I can take 30 seconds to be done, he's like me. We do our homework the night before we go to see a patient. So I see somebody, I don't look at the computer. This, I believe, is a rarity today.
Yeah.
So people come to us and say, you're not looking at your computer, but yeah, I came prepared for class. I actually saw your case the night before. So I think that's the reason why Alan and I are not just collegiate, we have a very similar style of practice.
Oh, he's a great guy, and since I've met you, I can also say that you're an upstanding
sir.
person.
You may change that opinion if you speak to a 29-year-old daughter who does not. But as smart as I may appear to be, so but we'll leave it for now.
Okay, I'll leave that. I'll move to close the public hearing.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move approval on the application from Danvers Family Doctors, 16 Bourbon Street, Unit C, Peabody, Mass. For a special permit to allow for the use of the property for a family practice medical office in the R4 zoning district at 16 Bourbon Street, Unit C, Peabody, Mass. Is filed in accordance with sections 4.2.5, 6.1, and 15.7 of the Peabody zoning ordinance. So moved.
You heard the motion, just roll call vote?
Council Stagel.
Yes.
Dimash.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Turco.
Yes.
Felton.
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Bladdock.
Yes.
Sheets.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 4D. Some dealers licensed, LLC. If the city clerk wouldn't mind reading the notice.
Notice is hereby given that the city council of the city of Peabody will conduct a public hearing on Thursday evening, July 9th, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. And remotely via Zoom on the application from Constellation Gemini LLC, DBA Wallace Street Flea Market, 20 Wallace Street, Peabody, Mass. Requesting a junk dealer's license for the sale of secondhand items at 20 Wallace Street, Peabody, Mass. For remote participation using the Zoom platform, please visit www.pbd-ma.gov under city calendar on the homepage or contact the city clerk's office. Deputy City Council, Councilman Michael C. Higgins, City Council President.
Thank you. May the petitioner come to the podium and state your name and address for the record? And then please give the council a description of what you'd like to do.
Good evening. I'm Attorney James Willis here on behalf of Carlos Estrada of Constellation Gemini LLC, who's here in the audience to take questions as well. Mr. Estrada is the owner and tends to be the manager of Constellation Gemini's project on the premises, which actually should be properly titled the Peabody Flea Market as opposed to Wallace Street Flea Market. A similar proposal had been before you with previous council in December of last year. What has changed in the months since that project was presented is that the property has undergone extensive renovations inside and outside. That process of building has finally come to a close. The inside was issued an occupancy permit on June 24th of this year. So it'd be my client's intent, if he is able to obtain a junk dealer's license, to operate a flea market on the premises, both on outside the property on a parcel he owns. It's an 85-foot area in the back with doors that go into the main area of the inside building. My client also owns the properties on Walnut Street that abut and potentially would have overflow onto that area as well. Again, it's their intention to operate a flea market there under the licensing for the junk dealer's license to be issued this evening.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this project? Seeing none, is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in opposition to the project? Seeing none, is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak in favor of this project? Anyone? Is
You do have a late communication.
Mr. President, under special rules, move to receive late one, which is a communication from Mr. Whitman. So moved.
Is there the motion, all in favor, any opposed, it's a vote? Would the Zoom participant please state your name and address for the record?
Sure. I'm Joel Whitman. I am the owner of 15, 21, 25, and 27 Walnut. I have been on site at that location since 1958. That's quite a long run, I would say. When this, we are the direct abutters to the applicant. The area is quite tight. There's not a lot of parking in the area, and it is one of the things that bothers us. My property we used as Furman Tanning until 1985 when I sold it. The leather business was moving offshore, and I was able to sell the business to a company in Maine and went up there to run the business for a number of years. At that time, I converted it to a commercial rental building, multi-tenant building, and still do at this time. I really don't want to speak either for or against, because I've always served over the years on the committees that the city has formed in order to study the downtown area. A number of studies have been done, talk about rezoning has been done, and until those plans come forward and the city says this is what we'd like to see the downtown area do, then it would be more appropriate for me to say it will work or it isn't work. I know that the area works for what I do, but it's kind of hard to know what the tenant has in mind. Last spring and summer, they had what they refer to as a flea market. And I think it worked all right, except parking was always a problem. We were constantly trying to keep cars off of our lot because we have tenants who are there 24/7, And we don't like to be policemen, whether there's enough parking on the street or in the surrounding area or on some of the applicant's own property. That's for he to decide what the best use is. So I just would like to see how the city feels, how the council feels, how the mayor feels, what the studies are showing, what the intention is on the rezoning. Um, since I can't see the screen, it's been blanked, but I hope you're able to hear me. There's not much to see looking at me, so I'm happy to take any questions or concerns that maybe I can help in moving forward on this.
All right, thank you, Mr. Whitman, for your participation. Now we move on, Counselor Peach.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have had the opportunity to speak with the applicant's counsel and get some clarifying information. As you can see in front of us, a junk dealer's license application doesn't really provide the council much information as far as where this is located, parking, etc. So in my conversations with the council, he did confirm that, as he stated in his presentation, they're looking to use this inside. Last spring and summer, this was strictly outside, and it was on the side of the building, which is not this property. It's actually the railroad's property. So we've had that discussion, and they've indicated that they do have a lot in the back, which leads into their building. So that would be the access point for an outdoor market. I'm hesitant because of parking. But I do think that an outdoor market concept in a way is a direction, to Mr. Whitman's point. It's a step in the right direction for a walkable downtown, for a reason for people to get out and walk. So, I mean, my concerns are traffic, parking, and ensuring that people aren't parking on the abutter's property. You know, I would condition that on the junk dealer's license. It's a bit harder than, you know, a special permit is a little bit more cut and dry. And the fact that this plans to operate, I believe, and the petitioner can correct me, on the weekends as they did previously, or longer period of time throughout the week,
It's 9 to 5 during the weekend.
but only on the weekends.
Yeah.
Outside, yes.
But inside open during the day?
Yes.
Okay.
We need to speak from the podium.
From the mic. Yes, from the mic.
Let Mr. Estrada switch places with me to discuss day-to-day
Thank you.
operations.
Thank you. Just state your name and address for the record, then.
Carlos Estrada, 20 Wally Street, Peabody.
Thank you, Mr. Estrada. So can you just clarify, so the outside market would only be on the weekends, but you would operate inside the building during the weekdays?
That's the plan.
Okay,
And using the back parking as a parking for the market inside.
okay, thank you. Do you know I mean, there's nothing like in our zoning for this type of thing. It kind of like, we've talked a lot about zoning this evening, but there's no one bucket that this fits into, which is where my struggle has been. So, as far as like number of parking spots, you have a rough idea of like how many, are they marked spots? They're marked
25.
spots? Okay, so it's about 25 spots, okay.
And also, when we did the trial run, with the yard sale permits, we did a trial run and we used the city parking, and they were paying the city for park on those two parking lots right next to us. So they're very close. So there's plenty of parking.
Okay, great. No, I mean,
So
there is
no cars on the street, if that's what you're concerned. There were no cars on the streets.
Yeah.
Because they were using the public parking of the city.
yeah, so the Mill Street lot, for the counselors, if you're not familiar with the area, is right adjacent to this. So, I mean, my concern is, so there's a health response in here, so I would make that a condition. and it's just if there's food being sold, you need
Yeah,
permitting,
special
yeah,
license,
so if it
exactly, but
changes.
we're not planning on doing food as of, as we start. If we do, it's gonna be up ahead. We try to keep it as safe as possible, for everybody. Parking, like I repeat myself again, parking was never an issue. We had a lot of people, even with the festival, we had that going on too, and everybody was happy to see and walk by, and everybody just asked what happened. When we renewed it, we bought the building a year ago. It's just a little bit over a year ago, in May of last year, May 26th last year, we bought it.
Mhm.
And we done a lot of work on the building, to try to make it look better for the city too, and for us. So now everybody sees the building, and sees a complete different picture. That's what it was a year before. So that's what we're trying to do, and try to keep it alive, because that zone is it was very like a lot of iffy people around. Now they see cameras, they see lights, they see everything, they see clean, they're not coming anymore. So it's clean. Even the cops now go in the back and they park and they stay there. So it's a good thing.
I don't, I mean, for my counselors, I would, I'll put, generic conditions on this that we put on most permits and licenses about, ensuring people don't park on a butter's property. And then the
Parking
help.
to, I'm sorry, for parking to, onto, Mr. Joel Whitman's property, we had a guard that was actually directing them not to park in that area. So we have somebody waiting in the entrance just to make sure they won't go over that parking lot, and it worked perfectly fine. Cause people will understand, they will never even park there. They will actually go to the parking lot, and they will use the parking lot. At the beginning, it was just a trial run, and we did it just to see how it was gonna work out. At the beginning, we had issues, so that's what we decided to use a guard. So he was actually moving the people away from his parking lot and respecting his property. They were able to come in and out as ease with no problem.
Thank you. I'll turn it over to the other counselors.
Council Lana.
I have questions in regards to, could you explain to me, so it's flea market, what type of things would you buy inside? I haven't been there to go shopping. Could you tell me what?
Anything. You'll find
Like going to my
from a
neighbor.
rock to a car if you're lucky. Whatever you can find, it's just like a treasure hunt, if you wanna call it.
It's just like going to a yard sale.
Yes, yes.
So, and then in regards to parking, if you are using your outside lot 9 to 5 on the weekends,
On the weekday,
so weekdays you're 9 to 5, like inside, but on the
Yes.
weekends it's inside and
and
outside.
outside, yes. That's
So where are people parking if they're
on the
parking?
city lot, right next to us. It's right in front of us.
And can you tell me, did you have any violations last year? Like,
I don't believe so.
there was no problems last year?
No,
Okay. Thank you for answering my questions. When I think of a downtown, this isn't necessarily what I think of as adding to it, but I know there has to be something for everyone out there. But
you'll be surprised what you can find.
no questions.
Councilor Hockman.
Thank you. Mr. Estrada, welcome to the temporary summer location of the Peabody City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here tonight. I think it's a great idea. I think there's plenty of parking. I just, I talk to people all the time about parking downtown. I think you're right. There's a municipal lot right around the corner.
It's two of them.
There's two of them, Central Street lot, which is the most underutilized lot in the city.
One by the post office too.
Yeah.
And one in front of the post office.
Well, the post office is federal property. It's not a city lot.
No, it's a parking lot.
Yeah, well, it's not,
That's a library.
Oh,
yeah, there is a library parking lot, which we hope is used for library patrons, but on Sundays, the library's closed, so, it is a public lot, but I would hope you discourage your.
no, we don't send them, we send them to the one
Yeah,
right next to us.
But Central Street is also up by Dunkin' Donuts, is
Yes.
walkable to your property,
Yes.
and it's the most underutilized parking lot.
And it's fun
Public
to
parking lot
walk.
in the city, so, but I think this is a, Council Peach touched on this about, making a walkable downtown, and while, It may not be ideal for some counselors. It's, if you can draw people downtown, I think that that's one of the things that all the downtown committees I've ever sat on is looking to do, is to get people down there and see a lot of great aspects of the city that exist downtown and utilize other businesses. And I think the clientele that you're gonna draw down there, do exactly that. They'll go into restaurants and
Mhm.
bars and supermarkets and grocery stores and bakeries and all the other wonderful, components that makes Peabody downtown a great place. I just do want to ask you one question. I know that there was an issue a year or two ago about a food truck that was sitting in that municipal lot. Were you associated with that at all?
I was there just for a year, so I don't know I don't know what happened there.
You weren't
I
associated?
was not there.
Okay,
no.
and you don't have any intention of having
I
outdoor?
was,
food
I
truck?
don't even know, I didn't even know about this one because since I own it, we never had a food truck in there.
Okay, and you don't intend on selling
No.
food at your location?
No,
No.
water, yes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we need water.
Yeah,
This one.
and I'm down in this spot a lot. I've seen you outside working and in at your property, you have made some great improvements.
Yes, thank you,
So
appreciate it.
I think it's a great idea. Thank you.
Any other councils? Council Cagle.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think right now, a lot of people are into secondhand items and recycling and reusing. And if you can generate business for yourself and put traffic downtown, that's great. I'm the queen of bad jokes. I will warn you, when you said you sell anything, do not sell any human remains or like that, because that gets us in the news. Otherwise, I'm good, thank you.
There'll be a different level of representation from my office if it goes to do that, yes.
Happened before.
Other comments? Councilor Peach,
Move to close the public hearing.
you have the motion, all in favor, any opposed, let's vote. Councilor Peach.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to approve the application from Constellation Gemini LLC, doing business as Peabody Flea Market, 20 Wallace Street, Peabody, Mass, requesting a junk dealer's license for the sale of secondhand items at 20 Wallace Street, Peabody, Mass. The following conditions. If any food is to be sold, food or drink is to be sold on the property, they need to contact the health department for permitting requirements. And all parking of patrons needs to be in public lots or on the owner's private property. So moved.
You heard the motion,
I
it's a roll call
wanna make
vote.
sure I heard that. You said food and drink.
Yep.
Including water.
It would be up to
Yeah.
the health department to
Okay.
determine whether a permit's necessary. Yep.
You heard the motion, it's a roll call vote.
Counselor Daigle,
Yes.
Gamache,
Yes.
Yes.
Turco,
Yes.
Welton,
Yes.
Rozignol.
Yes.
Ladoff.
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Motion carried 9-0.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, counselors.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Moving on to reports of committees. Tonight we had a meeting with the Industrial and Community Development Committee. Councilor Gamache.
Yes, thank you. Earlier this evening, we had 3 items on the agenda. First item being proposed zoning amendment to change zoning district.
Small one, sorry. We quiet.
To change the zoning for 474 Lowell Street from a R1B to an R4. After lengthy discussion, we had a motion by Councilor Rosenthal to keep this into committee for more information concerning the change to an R2 or contract zoning issue. And the petitioner said that they would come back with us with more information, so that was a motion to keep in committee. So moved. The next item, item
You
B,
heard the motion? All in favor, any opposed, let's vote.
yes, item B was a motion to change the zoning for for 196 Lake Street, and 194 Lake Street to change from an R1 to an R3. And that motion, after a lot of discussion and the issue of 36 units maximum, the motion was made to report out unfavorable opinion and send to the planning and board and the city council for public hearing. So moved.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Council Gamache.
And item C was the proposed amending zoning change for 30 Lake Street and 0 Lake Street. After a lot of discussion, the issue is kind of up in the air, but we did report out from Council Peach, a favorable motion to report to sending this to planning board and city council for public hearing. So moved.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Council Gamache.
Yes, I would also like to receive late communication under suspension of rules, item late 3 and late 4. So moved.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Council Gamache.
No further motions. Thank you.
You make a motion for 5 and 6, which will probably do it.
Motion to receive items 5 and 6. So moved.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Oh, thank you. Can't say that. That is the committee of the whole, and held a meeting in the executive session. All councilors were present with the exception of Councilor Manning Martin and Councilor Corbo. Get the order report. Moving on to motion for resolutions. Councilor Daigle.
Right here. No motions or orders or resolutions, just a happy announcement since we're going on a little bit of a summer break to remind everyone that the council voted on this back in April. The Rotary Club, the Peabody Education Foundation is having a family fest at Emerson Park on August 8th from 1 to 4 p.m. $10 donation per person, but $20 max per family. Great event, inflatables, bouncy house, all that good stuff. So if you're looking for something to do and to support a great cause, please come. That's it, sir.
All right, thank you. Councilor Gamache.
At this time, I would move to go to item 10, unfinished business from the preceding meeting, ready for council adoption. An ordinance amending sections 2-250 schedule of compensation for part-time positions not subject to collective bargaining, and sections 2-250.1 schedule of compensation for full-time positions not subject to collective bargaining according to the city of Peabody.
Council, you don't have to read it.
No, move as was advertised. So moved.
You heard the motion, it's a roll call vote?
Councilor Daigle.
Yes.
Gamache.
Yes.
Bachman.
No.
Turco.
Yes.
Welton.
Yes.
Rossignol.
Yes.
Latta.
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Higgins.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-1.
Council Gamache.
Yes, under suspension rules, go to 9 B, special event application, city of Peabody for senior day 2026, Richmond Farm. Move approval, all papers being in order.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, it's a vote. Council Gamache.
Yes, under item 9, item C, taxi limousine driver's license, Rex Kent license number 7. Move approval, all papers being in order. So move.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, it's a vote.
Thank you, Mr. President. No further motions.
Right. Councilor Hockman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Suspension of rules, I move to receive, item 9A, all papers being in order, and move to approve.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Councilor Hockman.
On the suspension of rules, I move to receive late 2, all papers in order, and move to approve the special event application.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, the vote. Councilor Hockman.
No further motions. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Councilor Turco. No motions. Thank you. Councilor Welton.
No motions this evening, Mr. President. Just want to say a big thank you to everybody who helped out at the Ward 1 Independence Day Festival. And 4th of July, it was a great turnout. By last count, we had at least 4,000 or 5,000 people there. It was a great day. Really appreciate the community coming out. I know we do a lot of joking, but it's a special thing that all of our wards have these opportunities for our kids and families to enjoy the 4th. So huge thank you there. Also a huge thank you to everyone involved with Peabody Little League. Our 12-year-old All-Stars lost last night to Peabody West Little League. So congratulations to Peabody West and good luck to them throughout the tournament. Go forth and beat Winfield.
Thank you. Councilor Rosendahl.
Thank you, Mr. President. No motions this evening, but as the chair of legal, I was gonna take a motion out of it, but I just wanted to educate the council on the motion and why I'm taking it out of legal affairs. The motion was P415-25, and that was a request to have DEP come and talk about the new FEMA flood zone through multiple attempts through Kirk Bellavance and his office, as well as Allison. They will not come out. So just for the education of the council, I'm just gonna remove that out of legal affairs. They're not gonna come anyways.
Sure.
Other than that, no further motions. That'd be similar to everyone.
Thank you. So loud.
I wanted to thank the millions of people that came out. It was a great day by all. Thank you to all the sponsors, volunteers, the people that helped out. It was an amazing day. Lots of joyous smiles and happy people. So it was great to see people come together for a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council Peach, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind receiving 8A on my behalf?
Absolutely not. Yes. Under suspension of rules, move to receive 7A and refer to finance.
Here's a motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote, Council Peach.
Counselor, what do you want to do with 8A? Is it just informational?
Just,
Is it-
yes.
Okay. Under suspension of rules, move to receive item 8A.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Council Peach.
Through review to the clerk, did we get 8B and E? Nope. Okay, got it. Under suspension of rules, move to receive item 8B and approve all papers being in order. So moved.
You heard the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote, Council Peach.
Under suspension of the rules, move to receive 8D and send to community development for an opinion. And to legal affairs.
Here's the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote, Council Peach.
Thank you, Mr. President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8E. And forgive me, I didn't look at that one, so if anyone thinks it needs to go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, is it, well, so.
It may be
just-
looking for approval.
You move to go to Council Russell, his question.
Council Rosenbaum.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just in one paragraph, it says just recently received back the APA letter from FEMA and now looking to adopt this plan by the council. So I don't know if this needs to go to the council as a whole, or we can just adopt.
Later on, they seek to come before the council on August 18th to seek approval.
So I think we just basically have to have a hearing and, development on this moment.
We just put it at the beginning of the meeting. You wanna have.
Put it as a
the regular
agenda
meeting?
item?
Yeah.
Or in a committee?
Just, I think you can just put it at the beginning of the
Okay.
agenda before hearing.
Move to receive item 8E and put on the August 18th agenda.
We haven't done. Here's the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote, Council Peach.
And under suspension of the rules, move to receive 7C as information.
Here's the motion, all in favor, any opposed, vote. Council Peach.
I'd also like to thank, I'll be true and realistic in my predictions. We had about, I'd say, 500 to 600 people at our celebration at the Welch. And it would not be possible without our sponsors and our volunteers. So thank you to all of those that came out. Thank you to Councillor Hockman for being the first at-large counselor I've ever seen at my event.
Well, that's not.
To help, not just to say hi, to help.
Still wearing a South Peabody t-shirt or did you take that off?
You didn't wear it to 5 and 6.
I'll take it off.
Oh, yeah, he's playing both sides now, I see. But, so it was a great day. It was very, very hot. But I think the kids had a great time and that is what it's all about. So, thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a great 5 weeks.
All right.
Gentlemen.
I'll just make a comment on Ward 5 and 6 celebrations that we had the past weekend. As you all know, a lot of work goes into it. I applaud all the counselors for all the hard work. I hate to say especially the ward counselors, however.
Why do you hate this?
I completely appreciate, we did have a sighting of an at-large counselor in Ward Six in Simpson Park. And we put that counselor to work. I'm sorry, but my family put you right behind the table and, put Counselor Hockman right to work. And he stayed there for quite a while. We also welcomed, thousands of citizens from all the wards. It is amazing that we had interlopers from the other wards, winning raffles. I'd also like to thank, Counselor Gamache for, helping out, and doing a lot of work. It's a labor of love. It was dreadful, you know, when I first did one, I dreaded all the planning and pairing and, but I know I was impassioned when we talked about it on the council floor. And I feel strongly that these ward council parties, when we do this on the fourth, it's what makes Peabody. No other, hardly any other towns I know do this. And it's a ton of work, and I think next year I heard Councilor Peach say something about making a motion to have the at-large councilors help with the cooking next year, but I don't know if that's true, but thank you all. That's all I have tonight. I take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Yes.